Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
And on the line, we have Drew.
We do have Drew.
Drew is here. Broken Bow Burwell Livestock. Good morning, sir.
Morning, boys. How you doing?
Good.
Thanks for calling us boys. That makes us feel better about things. Appreciate it.
You know, I'm just trying to make you feel better.
Hey, now you were telling me off the air that you've kind of been doing some looking around as far as career goes. Am I okay to announce? Am I okay to say that, or should I be quiet?
Yeah, I got the call from Mickey Joseph. Come try to help out the defense, but I think I'm just gonna have to pass it up. I just enjoy Broken Bow so much and Custer County area, and I just hate to have to move to Lincoln.
Well, that's good, Drew. Thanks.
I think that's a good decision, Drew. We want you to stay here, and who knows what could happen down there in Star City, right?
Well, I think my family would attest after they've helped me sort cattle and stuff. We would. I probably wouldn't be fit for TV either. Wouldn't last long on the sideline.
Well, at least we know our places where we belong. So we're glad that you're at Burwell Broken Bow Livestock. Summer's ending, fall is here, and that means it's time to move some cattle. How's it going?
Good. Last week we had a big slaughter market. Had 720 head of weigh-up cows on offer. We called that slaughter market steady to four higher on the low-yielding cows. Top cows brought anywhere from 90 to 96 cents. Medium frame type cows was 78 to 88 cents. Bulls are 98 cents to $1.16. And those corn stock cows, which would be older cows that were either bred back or exposed, brought anywhere from 83 to 90 cents. This week, got a big week here in Broken Bow Livestock. No weigh-ups this week due to the big run of spring calves and yearlings. So if you got those weigh-ups, encourage you to take them to Burwell on Friday or try to hold off till next week on those, because we will not be accepting weigh-ups this week in Broken Bow. Give you a little rundown on how we're going to operate. We've got some fall pair spring calves and feeders coming in this week. In the fall pair division, we got Black Angus pairs coming from Mark Lovett. In the spring calf division, we've got spring calves from Steve O'Neill. Jim and Tiana Reeves are bringing calves. Kurt and Randy Sainer with a nice package of Black Angus calves with no heifers kept at home. Jerry and Jackie Rayfield got an extremely nice set of Black Angus calves with some really nice replacement quality heifers on there, and none kept at home there. Richard Cool and Dwayne Couch, nice set of Black Angus calves, replacement quality heifers, no heifers kept home there. Got some really nice Red Angus calves. I tell you what, those replacement heifers off this set of calves is outstanding as always, and no heifers kept at home there either, coming from Shannon and Lori Klein. Got some calves from Tom O'Neill. Blaine Goodner's coming in with calves. Dave Maddox with calves. Willie Robertson. Justin French with some calves. Larry Mosier. Jimmy Joe Carr. Denton Heidel and Elvin Shipwright all coming in with those spring calves. In the feeder division, gonna have a nice run with feeder calves coming off grass. That yearling deal's kind of drying up, and so those bigger, nicer feeder cattle are getting harder to find. We're going to have them on offer here Thursday. Ron and Janet Kohonik's going to be in with 173 head. Everett White's got a nice pod load of those guaranteed open heifers laying 8 to 9. Will and Jesse Arrington's going to have a pod load of those Black Angus spade heifers. Mark Golter coming in with yearlings. Copsey and Gaffney with a nice pod load of steers. Mike Finney coming in with some yearlings. Kyle and Gina Cantrell with some preg-checked opens. John and Karen Smith with a nice package of steers. Morris and Jackie Ryan. Tim Weber, Mason Angus, Sim Angus, with some Craig checked open heifers. Norman Anderson's coming in with some yearlings, and that list goes on, and have a lot more by sale time. If you got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105, or give Justin French a call at 308-872-1421. And if you want us to come out and take a look, we're going to have feeder calf sales pretty much all through the month of October and November, and have some bred cow specials as well. Be happy to come out and take a look, give you an idea on what these markets are going to do. Once again, give us a call, 308-872-1105.
All right, Drew, thanks so much for stopping in and letting us know what's coming up. Look forward to more reports, and we're glad you're staying here in Custer County.
Yeah, me too. Hey, well, I do have you guys on the line. One serious point of business. We do have the old Stockman's Cafe building. We've got that totally refurbished now, and that is available to rent for private parties, receptions, things like that. It is air conditioned, got fully refurbished tables and chairs, and got a nice kitchenette in there. And if you got any questions on renting that facility, give Todd Everett a call at 308-870-1783. And once again, it's a really nice facility. Got that really fixed up nice now.
It does look good from the outside. Certainly haven't been in it, but it's great that you guys are making that available. Thanks, Drew.
All right, thank you guys.
Yep, take care. 7:37 is your time. School lunch menus for you this morning. Let's begin with Litchfield. Today it's General Chicken.
All right. Menu today for Anselmo Myrna, going to be beef stroganoff with dinner roll, mozzarella Bosco sticks with marinara dipping sauce, and a fresh-baked turkey and cheese sub. Your choices at Anselmo Myrna today.
Broken Bow Middle School, High School, French toast for breakfast. Let's see here. Well, I guess that's French toast with eggs for lunch. They're also offering cheeseburgers, fresh baked turkey and cheese subs, fruit yogurt, and cheese platter. They're also having vegetables with premium topping bar and fruit and milk.
At Sargent today, cream chicken with biscuit, mashed potatoes, fruit apple pie, milk and salad bar at Sargent.
Arnold School's featuring Sloppy Joe on a bun with fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Ansley today, tacos at Ansley Public School.
Arcadia, Italian subs today on the 20th day of September.
And at Sandhills Public School today, Sloppy Joe on a bun, French fries, and carrots at Sandhills.
And at Callaway today, it looks like they're having, I'm not sure what this means. There's kind of an abbreviation, but it looks like enchiladas.
Okay. Thetford today, chili on the menu at Thetford Public Schools today. Let's see, SEM. SEM is showing grilled chicken, Mexican tater tot casserole, it looks like, for SEM today.
All right. It is 20 minutes before the hour, and it's Tumbleweed Day today for the game. That means our winner, and we usually have one, will be winning a tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow. And before we open up the game, let's talk a little bit about the tumbleweed. They are ready to tear into the fall season. They are looking forward to serving you through the fall and winter months, 7 days a week. Now, to do that, they need help, and they have plenty of good help now, but they need some more, and they can be fairly flexible on shifts. So stop in and see Carmen and see what she has available and what they're looking for as far as waitresses and maybe some kitchen staff. They'd love to talk to you about that. And as I mentioned, they're open 7 days a week. Now, always want to remind you, more and more people, I think, over the years have enjoyed eating breakfast at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, or maybe going in the evening and having breakfast rather than something else. So you can do that any time of the day that they're open. You can have breakfast mid-morning. They do change the griddle over to lunch, so you can't have pancakes or waffles after, say, 10:30, 11 o'clock, but Other than that, you can have the delicious omelets and bacon and eggs, whatever you like. So that's always available for you. Their noon specials are always great. Their evening specials are delicious. Their buffet is super good on Sundays, and you can rent their meeting room, their party room, if you will. That's very spacious, has all kinds of tables and chairs, and they can set you up for all kinds of things, wedding receptions, business meetings, just good old-fashioned birthday parties or a family gathering, club meetings, and they can serve you right there if you'd like them to do that as well. The Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow.
And one of the key items you'll see on the Tumbleweed Cafe menu is the potato.
Of course.
You can get potatoes all kinds of ways. Mashed, hash browns, baked. Well, it's potato month. And these are your questions now, having to do with potatoes. What deadly plant is the potato very similar to that European royalty used to poison kings, nobles, and other undesirables with?
Really?
Yep.
Oh, the rascals.
Your choices are the nightshade, hemlock, belladonna, or the castor bean. What deadly plant is the potato very similar to that European royalty used to poison kings, nobles, and other undesirables with? Is it nightshade, hemlock, belladonna, or the castor bean? If you know, call us at 872-2801. There are plenty of reasons why so many folks choose the Tumbleweed Cafe for gathering and eating. For one, it's a friendly, fun place where everyone makes you feel right at home. It's spacious and comfortable with your choice of table, counter, or booth. Most important, of course, is the variety and unfailing quality of their excellent home-cooked menu. There's nothing like proving these things for yourself. Next time you plan to dine out, visit the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
And we have John on the line. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
It's been a while. How you been?
I've been doing pretty good. How about you two?
Well, not too bad. Are you writing any good mystery stories or?
Been a little slow this summer, but hopefully get back into it once the heat has dissipated.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Let us know what's up. Here's Brent.
Okay, John, what deadly plant is the potato very similar to that European royalty used to poison kings, nobles, and other undesirables with? Was it nightshade, hemlock, belladonna, or the castor bean?
I believe it was nightshade.
No.
Am I wrong?
No, it was not.
Oh.
No. Sorry.
You got
Okay,
a hint for John?
That's okay.
Do I have a hint?
Yeah.
Well, let me see.
Because I don't even know.
Let me see if I do. Your choices again are A, nightshade. Are you following me, John? B,
I think so.
hemlock. C, belladonna. Or D, the castor bean. What do you think?
I believe it's C, belladonna.
Oh, well done.
way
Good
to go,
job,
John.
John. Way to go. You got it. And because you've answered correctly, we have for you a certificate that'll get you a free tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe. So come on out and see us.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
You bet, John.
Thank you,
Thanks.
John. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
You too.
All right. 7:44 is your time. A few things going on today. Excuse me. Today, on Tuesday, Broken Bow Food Pantry is open from 1 until 3. You can drop by your donations, or if you're in need, stop by 1100 South 6th here in Broken Bow. Also, flu shot clinic at Sargent Public Schools today. That is available to the public from 9 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. There is a blood drive in Cozad from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m. And we'll be talking a little bit later on with Runza about their big day, as they're going to make a big donation with your help to the Teammates programs in Broken Bow and Anselmo Myrna chapters. Also, a flu shot clinic for the public at the Callaway Public Schools today from 1 p.m. until 3 p.m. Those are some of the things that are on our calendar of events today on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. All right, real quick here, birthdays. Jenny Harvey is celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Nicole Badgley.
Okay.
Mrs. Badgley teaches and celebrating a birthday. I love this. She has a picture of her grandchild here. You can tell when someone's a grandma because They don't put their own picture up anymore. They put the picture up of the little one.
Nope.
And Marion Burney, a.k.a. Corky, is 93 years old today. My mom is 93. She's still sharper than yours truly and is doing well. Now, I'm thinking Mom is not probably listening yet because she gets up a little bit later in the morning. She's kind of turned into a late-night bird. So we'll wish her a happy birthday later on today as well. She is 93 years young today. Happy birthday, Mom. Celebrating birthdays with Philip Phillips.
American Idol winner.
Yes. 32 years old today, has won the 11th season of the American Idol and had a big hit with a single called Home.
Mm-hmm.
Sophia Loren.
Oh, yeah, the actress. Model.
Sex symbol.
Okay, that too.
Has defied the aging odds. She is 88. And Kristen Johnston is 54. She is an actress who starred in Third Rock from the Sun and went on to play Tammy on the CBS sitcom Mom. And Matthew and Gunnar Nelson.
Oh, wow.
The twins.
Yes. Nelson had a few hits back in the 80s.
Yep, they are the twin sons of the 60th heartthrob Ricky Nelson, and had a big hit in the 1990s with Can't Live Without Your Love.
Oh, it was the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And one called Affection.
Oh, I thought they went back to the late 80s, but must have been early 90s.
Must have been early 90s.
All right.
Matthew and Gunnar Nelson.
Oh, yeah.
They're 55 today, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, real quick here, Queen Elizabeth's funeral is for the most part now concluded 10 days into the ceremonies. And I know some folks out there that live here in the U.S. are wondering, how can you have that many ceremonies and that much activity around the passing of someone? Well, I really don't have an answer to that. I will say this, that there were queue lines 5 and 6 miles long to view her casket. And they say that the international television audience for some of these ceremonies on TV are breaking all kinds of records. There's very much interest in it, even though it's a monarchy, it's pageantry, and, you know, there's always that conversation. But people are interested in it. And I would like to think the reason they're interested in Queen Elizabeth, I mean, she's been queen for a record number of years, but I think she always had a positive attitude and showed leadership in the way of being kind and smiling and being friendly to the people who appreciated her. Maybe that's what it's all about. Maybe that's leadership.
Could be.
But there's certainly a lot of attention to it, and it will conclude for the most part. I think there's still a few things left that they're going to be doing, but not so much in the public. But it was quite an event. I mean, when people stand 5 and 6 miles along to wait to pass by for 30 seconds, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
All right, it is 7:49. And let's see, what do we've got? Oh, we should be seeing Logan coming in here in just a little bit. So we'll take a quick time out and see what happens next on The Breakfast Show.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
The Breakfast Show.
Don't know what I do without them. They're awesome.
On KCNI KBBN.
10 minutes before the hour, while we have a moment here, we want to talk a little bit about Monday, October 3rd. That's not too awfully far away. And we also note here this morning that early voting can start mid-October or a little bit earlier than mid-October. So the election is coming up, and early voting can start sooner than later. So there is going to be an election candidate forum held on Monday, October 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Broken Bow Municipal Auditorium. And those that have been invited and have replied that they're going to be there include Sarah Parliament. She is a Republican running for County Supervisor District 7, and Donna Hoblin-Bittner, a Democrat who's running for that same seat. In the Broken Bow School Board race, there are 4 candidates, and you'll vote for 3 when you vote. And there are 3 incumbents, Pam Holcomb, Tom Osmond, and Tim Chancellor. And Amy Tharp is running and hopes to be elected for District 25 Broken Bow Public School Board. And then the Broken Bow City Council East Ward, you vote for 1, so one of these 2 gentlemen will serve, the incumbent David Smith and the challenger Lawrence D. Stump. All of those folks will be at the Municipal Auditorium on October 3rd at 7 p.m. to answer questions from the media, and there'll be media representation there from, of course, the Custer County Chief. They've kind of spearheaded this, and also there'll be folks from KBBN, I believe, and we'll be there, and there may be some other media reps there, I'm not sure. So put that on your calendar and come and watch and listen on October 3rd. Logan is here. Good morning, Logan.
Morning. Sorry I'm running a little bit late this morning.
What happened?
I was watching the news.
Oh, no. What'd you watch?
So you know how everybody's all the queen?
Yeah, we just talking about that.
Exactly. Yeah. Buried in the news, kind of obscure, but there's a very, very exclusive nude resort.
Wait, hold it. Did you say nude?
Nude.
As in naked?
Yeah, in France.
Resort in France.
Okay. So you got a lot of models and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They've got a big privacy fence around it, and somebody actually cut a hole in that privacy fence.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, on the news, they said authorities are currently looking into it.
I'm glad you brought us that update, Logan.
Yes.
It was buried in the news, huh?
It was.
You were able to obtain that by watching what special channel of some kind?
Yeah, it's I get caught up in all the obscure news.
Oh, good for you.
So
thanks for the update.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk Arrow Seed. Kind of a transition time here. Summer just about gone. Today it's going to be 94, 95, 60 tomorrow.
Yes. It's going to be cold.
Going to be cold, yeah.
And rain, right?
Chance, a 50-50 chance. Yeah.
So there's a 50% chance that of that 50% chance, there's just a little bit of a chance.
Something like that. And how much we'll get will be the next question.
Exactly.
But, you can get that 50% chance and get 2 drops. But we've got an inch 16 so far, which was much better than it was a week or 2 ago.
Yes.
I know we need to recharge that ground a little bit and get some moisture in it, no doubt about it. It would be huge. But what's going on out there? There's still time to plant some crops?
Yeah, absolutely. The whole moisture thing is the big question mark that everybody's got right now. If you can conserve and save any little bit of that moisture this winter, you're going to be that much further ahead next spring. Good way to do that, plant a cover crop. The cover crop's going to take some moisture to get going, but once it's there, it's going to catch snow for you. It's going to reduce wind. The wind is what drives things out more so than a lot of stuff.
Yeah, quickly.
So if you can get cover on there to keep that wind from sucking all the moisture out of the soil, you're going to be doing some good. There's still plenty of time to get rye or wheat or triticale in. Or if you want something that's going to, terminate with a hard freeze, you can still get some of your fall small grains like your oats and spring wheat and that type of stuff.
Okay. All
right. There's lots of options.
There's lots of options, and you guys can discuss that. We also know that as the corn comes out, and we're starting to see some, certainly dry land coming out pretty quickly, unfortunately, and as soon we'll be getting into the pivots and so forth and start harvesting. That will mean it's probably this year, as quickly as they can, they're going to move those cattle off the pastures that have been stressed and get them on stocks. How's your fencing supplies?
Fencing supplies are good. We've got a little bit of high tensile wire left of the 4,000-foot rolls. So that'd be the big ones. Otherwise, we do have plenty of the 1/2 mile rolls.
Okay.
And there's going to be probably a lot of stocks that get grazed this year that get pastured out that haven't been pastured out for quite some time because, like you said, everything's so stressed.
Yeah. And then maybe preparing for next year. Let's go into the spring with a positive attitude, but we might be a little more aggressive on dividing those pastures up next year because they have been stressed. Even with some rain, they're going to need some recovery time, so maybe you can keep cattle off certain segments with some fencing that you have.
Yeah, you can do some cross fences. You could consider as a temporary fence. We've got all the posts, we've got the insulators, we've got the wire. We've got what you need to make those high tensile paddocks, basically.
Okay, all right.
So,
and for the folks living in town, the yards greened up a little bit.
They did.
That little bit of rain really helped. It's amazing how much better they look than they did before the little rains we got. But what should we be putting on the lawns right now?
So right now we're putting on weed and feed. And I've said it a lot of times before. This is the optimal time to control broadleaf weeds because you're at that point where they're going to start putting energy down into their roots, getting ready for wintertime. So if you put a herbicide on them now, it goes down to the roots, kills the whole plant. If timing is off a little bit, it just burns the tops of them off. Those roots are still there, storing energy, and then next year you go, I got that early flush of dandelions that I shouldn't have. I had them all cleaned midsummer last year. Well, you probably applied it maybe a little bit too early. So,
okay. All right.
So that's what we're doing right now is weed and feed. It's a granular that has the broadleaf weed control, but it's also got fertilizer in it.
All right. And when you do the granular, you need to have accessible water to be able to water that down.
Well, and you need it wet when you apply it.
Okay.
That's what makes it stick to the broadleaves. That's what makes the herbicide work. So you need to have it dewy, which no shortage of that the past few mornings.
No, especially yesterday. Yeah.
So
if you get out early in the morning and you've got plenty of moisture on the foliage, that works good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Otherwise, run the sprinklers for a little bit just to get things damp.
And then you water that in after?
You'd want to wait a couple of days before you water it.
Okay.
Just so it has time to soak in, basically, or has time to
stick.
Do
there its deal.
Yep.
All right. Last but not least, bugs, flies, gnats, biting little things. What's going on? How can we get rid of those?
If you're cold, they're cold, so they're going to try to come in.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous. You leave the door open for 2.2 seconds to let the dog out, and you let 4,000 flies in. The best thing you can do for those is get some insecticide. We've got a product called Tempo, which I think you're familiar with.
I am. I need to come and see and get some fresh.
So
but it really works. I've stand by it. I think it's a fantastic product. I like the safety part of it.
Right. It's like anything else, except it's a little bit safer in use. Obviously don't douse your Cheerios with it and then eat them.
Yeah.
That's probably not the safest thing to do, but it's very safe once it's dry. All
right, let's move to decorative side of things, and I know you're an expert in this field, but
man, I was hoping you would ask.
But it is fall, and the colors change, and we like to change the look of the yard with some flags and different things. I'm betting Becky's up for that.
I think she is.
Yeah.
She's got some really, really cool mailbox wraps. Those are the magnetic covers, basically, for mailbox. Also have some garden flags, which are, the fall decorative style.
And they look just good in maybe along a sidewalk or in a flower bed or whatever you want to put them in.
Yeah, and I did all I could to hand pick those out when she was placing the order. I really had a lot to do with that.
I'm sure she appreciated your taste. I'm positive.
Yeah, there were no pictures of hunting or dogs
Labrador.
or critters or anything like that.
Okay, we are just about out of time, but I wanted to give you a chance here going into this season. Dove season still going.
Yep.
Teal season you mentioned, but before long you're going to be able to chase some other game out there.
Archery deer season's going on right now.
It's already going. Okay.
Yep, started September 1st, same as dove season.
Okay.
Duck season is right around the corner. Depending on what zone you hunt, that usually starts early October.
Right.
Then you get rifle deer season. You got fall turkey season. It's the seasons that I love.
It's a brink on some fun things going on. Be a good time to come in and check out some of the things that you offer for processing your own game and or chicken, beef, pork.
Yeah, absolutely. We sell a lot of food processing equipment, so that's your grinders, dehydrators, smokers, grills, meat mixers, sausage stuffers, jerky guns. We've got the whole gamut. You don't have to hunt. You can use whatever meat is in your freezer.
Yes, and let's face it, if you can buy meats in bulk right now and process them yourselves, you're going to save a little money. You're not on that roller coaster of price escalation and drops.
Yep, exactly. And it's one of those things that when I started doing my own processing, I didn't know what I was doing, but it's pretty darn easy to figure out, and the big chunk of money that's in your wallet after the season, that helps.
Yeah, and the all the different flavors and things you can do, smoked and all the different spices and stuff that you guys can help with. So
now, granted, some of the packing houses around here do make a pretty darn good product.
Oh, they're good.
That I strive to get there someday.
Yeah.
But there's also something to be said about doing it yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can tailor it how you want it to taste.
Right on. All right.
So,
Arrow Seed open Monday through Saturday up until noon?
On Saturday.
On Saturdays, but every day.
Every other day we're there past noon. We're there till about 5:30.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I think we've covered a lot of ground today. I think Grandpa Jim will be happy with us.
Yeah, absolutely. I see what he did there. We've covered a lot of ground. Speaking of which,
yes.
Are you going to come get another cover crop?
Yes.
For your garden?
Yep. I still got tomatoes going, so as soon as that's done, we'll pull them up and come plant again.
Yep. And are you going to till it under again?
I'm gonna compare Granddad's method to your method. So I'm gonna go with your method this year.
Okay.
Not gonna till it in.
You'll be very pleased.
We'll see. I don't want to go against Grandpa.
Well, I don't either. But, sometimes you just gotta go with the flow.
I know, but to me, he's the original backyard, farmer.
He is. Grandpa Jim is Mr. Arrow Seed.
Yes. So, that was kind of hard to, but I'll give it a try.
Okay, we'll see which generation is better.
Oh boy, I don't know if I want to get in the middle of that.
Well, I know I already know his generation is better, but
the grand generation is pretty good.
They are.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Hurricane Fiona is strengthening now in the Caribbean and could be upgraded again before hitting Bermuda on Friday. WCBS meteorologist Craig Allen is tracking her.
There could be another 3 to 6 inches of rain in flood-devastated Puerto Rico as well as the Dominican Republic, even after the storm moves farther away from the coastline of these islands.
Fiona is now a Category 3 hurricane. An investigation's underway on how migrants were flown from Florida to Martha's Vineyard last week. Bexar County, Texas Sheriff Javier Salazar.
Somebody saw fit to come from another state hunt them down, prey upon them, and then take advantage of their desperate situation just for the sake of political theater.
Republican governors are doing this to protest border policies. And President Biden is heading to New York City to speak at a UN meeting. CBS's Nancy Cordes.
Tomorrow morning, he will speak to world leaders, and Ukraine, of course, will be a major focus of the gathering.
CBS News Brief. I'm Monica Ricks.
Here's a look at Nebraska news. Grand Island police are investigating after trailers carrying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of meats were stolen over the weekend. According to the captain, Jim During, the incidents all happened at the cold storage facility near McCain Foods in the 200 block of Robert Street. During said the first two incidents were reported early Friday evening after a truck driver noticed two semi-trailers and their cargo had been stolen. The second incident was reported Sunday, but During said they believe that the theft actually happened on Friday as well. All three trailers were carrying meat from the Gibbon Packing Company. In total, the value of all three trailers is believed to be just over $750,000. During said neither the meat nor the trailers have been recovered. There are no suspects at this time. He said the department does have some video surveillance footage they are examining. Police are also investigating if these incidents were related to the trailer thefts from June of this year. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
We had two Monday Night Football games to wrap up Week 2 of the NFL schedule. Unfortunately, both games were fairly uncompetitive. The Bills beat the Titans 41-7. Quarterback Josh Allen had 317 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 3 to wide receiver Stephon Diggs as Buffalo moves to 2-0 in the season. Titans dropped to 0-2 with the loss. They had 4 turnovers, and star running back Derrick Henry had just 25 yards on 13 carries. Eagles beat the Vikings 24-7. Philadelphia's 2-0 on the season. Quarterback Jalen Hurts had 333 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing and 1 passing. Minnesota quarterback Kirk Cousins was intercepted 3 times, and star running back Dalvin Cook had just 17 yards on 6 carries. Minnesota's 1-1 on the season. In baseball, the Mets clinch a playoff spot, beating the Brewers 7-2. Max Scherzer had 6 perfect innings to get his 200th win of his career. The Braves beat the Nationals 5-2 to remain a game back of New York in the NL East. Astros clinched the AFC West title with a 4-0 shutout of the Rays.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures on the hot side for today, pushing up into the mid-90s. We'll see lots of sunshine. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 56. Much cooler on Wednesday, chance for showers and storms, low 60s for high temperatures, and even struggling to get out of the upper 50s for highs on your Thursday with a chance for rain. Friday, clearing out 76. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
Currently 56 degrees under a clear sky. Winds are light and variable. Barometric pressures at 2990. That's up 1 point in the last hour or so. Humidity at 91%. Yesterday's high was 94, an overnight low of just briefly at about 5:30 this morning. It dropped down to 53. Sunset today at 7:41. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:25. And an inch 16 precipitation measured so far this month of September. 10 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. Today in history. 49 years ago, Billie Jean King defeated Bobby Riggs in straight sets at the Houston Astrodome. It was the tennis match that it was billed as Battle of the Sexes. When it was over, Riggs hoped they would be able to play again. I don't think that ever happened again. It was a big deal. I remember watching it. It was huge. I will say this, that he was a good sport when he lost.
Was he a good tennis player?
I think he was earlier, but he was in the twilight of his career. And Billie Jean was really just getting to the prime of her career. But she worked him over pretty good. It wasn't even really close.
Yeah.
He did hop over the net to shake her hand, which that's what most people remember. He was able to hop over the net afterwards.
Oh, well.
Also, in history today, Jim Croce passed away 49 years ago, singer-songwriter. He died in a plane crash in Louisiana. He was only 30 years old. Probably one of his biggest songs was Time in a Bottle, which became even more recognized after his passing. But his career was just blooming, and it was one of those things like, well, I wonder what would have happened if he wouldn't have been in that plane crash, how much music he would have made. Let's celebrate Jim Croce this morning.
Like the pine trees.
And Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Right now, Health Mart ibuprofen is buy one and get one in the 100 caplet size at $8.09. Mucus Relief 20 counts are $8.49 or get 40 count for $14.99. Battle allergies with 24-hour nasal spray at $12.99. Cetirizine 30 count tablets are $7.99. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
I'm Dr. Stork. Doesn't your family deserve the best? Eggland's Best Eggs. Classic, cage-free, and organic give you and your family more. More delicious, farm-fresh taste, plus superior nutrition. Compared to ordinary eggs, Eggland's Best provides 6 times more vitamin D, 10 times more vitamin E, and 25% less saturated fat. These are no ordinary times, so why choose an ordinary egg? Only Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Do you owe the IRS $8,000 or more? Are you a few years behind on your filing? Are you going through an audit and have no idea what to do? You need an ally fast. Ally's Tax Relief Negotiators can protect you from all IRS collections, but have you called them today? Their team of enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs are your allies to fix all your tax problems. Take the first step to getting the IRS off your back. Call Ally's Tax Relief today for a free consultation. 800-957-0325. Ally's Tax Relief. 800-957-0325.
You're waking up with The Breakfast Show. KCNI, KBBN Radio.
I love it.
It is 8:16. Brent and Dave with you here on The Breakfast Show. Thanks to the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce, a great men's steak fry last night. Was just talking with Brent about it. The steaks were delicious thanks to the chefs. And I think Stephanie worked on some of the items and cooked up some of those small little red potatoes and chopped those up in olive oil, and they were really tasty. Green beans with bacon, buns with butter, and yeah, it was delicious. I think they served over 100 steaks last night.
Wow.
So very successful, and got to visit with some of our fellow chamber members last night. It was very enjoyable.
So did you turn in your steak knife? I mean, we, way back in the day, they didn't provide a steak knife to cut your meat with.
Right.
Now they do. Did you turn it in? You didn't walk off with it, did you?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, all right. I'm just double checking.
I didn't see anybody carrying one out.
Okay.
And of course, they'd still have a little steak juice on it. I don't know if you'd stick it in your pocket or not.
Yeah,
of course, you could wipe it off with a napkin, but
yeah.
I think the golf club would appreciate us leaving the knives there.
Well, I would think so. I was just double checking. Just want to make sure you didn't walk off with it.
It's pretty busy there. I think they had a JV golf tournament going on yesterday, so the parking lot was full of people, and they came in and checked in, and all the folks come rolling in, and yeah, it was fun. Good food, and a couple of characters I sit with stayed out of trouble.
Well, that's good.
Grant and Jeremy seemed to behave themselves. I was somewhat worried.
So the radio station was represented well?
Well, yeah, there's three of us were there. And
all right.
I did
You kind of
notice...
kept each other in check? Nobody kind of went off the rails or anything like that?
No, I just think sometimes people are afraid of radio people.
Oh.
They don't want to tell you anything personal because they're afraid.
They're afraid we'll talk about it the next morning.
And you know we wouldn't do that.
Never.
Ever.
Have we ever?
Very, very seldom.
I don't think so.
That I can remember.
Oh.
All right. Let's talk a little bit about you got a stack of papers there. What do you want to talk about here?
Well, where would you like to start? How about Junk Jaunt? Did you know that that's coming up this weekend?
It is. Oh my goodness!
And I think we're doing a special remote from the fairgrounds. A lot of people set up their Junk Jaunt sales at the Custer County Fairgrounds, so we're going to be there live for a portion of the breakfast show on Friday, and I think even maybe doing some live stuff past that.
Yeah, I think Jeremy said going to hang out there and do some reports off and on until I think 1 o'clock.
Yeah, and one of the businesses who is kind of helping sponsor that is Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique. They'll be handing out coupons for 25% off one regularly priced item at Square One Boutique or a home accessory. And then this Friday at the fairgrounds, they will also have a booth out at the fairgrounds as well. Stop by and see them. They love to show you their booth. In the store, you'll find new arrivals in Square One Boutique and new recliners at Chapin's Furniture. So check out Chapin's Furniture at the Custer County Fairgrounds during Junk Jaunt. And, of course, check out what they have in the store, too, downtown Broken Bow.
And just to mention some of our Junk Jaunt radio sponsors, along with Chapin's, the Grocery Cart, Kincaid Brewing Company, the Quilting Shack, Lily Kate Boutique, Ollie's Coffee House and Boutique in Sargent, and Livia's Boutique in Ansley. And we'll be talking about some of those later on today, if not right away.
Yeah, well, we can mention Livia's. You mentioned Livia's in Main Street, Ansley. One of your Junk Jaunt stops, they've pulled out the trailer, and it's filled with bargains. Some of these items you've never even seen before. Livia's carries women, men's, and children's name brand clothing, Under Armour, Cinch, Wrangler, Judy Blue, to name a few. Also, you like that? That rhymed.
I liked it.
Also, huge selection of accessories, colognes, perfumes, and gift items there at Livia's Boutique. They'll have a coupon on their flyer for 25% off your purchase of regularly priced items. This does not include sale items. So make sure you put Livia's Boutique in Ansley on your list for Junk Jaunt this weekend. Again, they're right there in Main Street, Ansley.
All right, thank you very much. Quickly here, the Elktoberfest is coming up. A 5K run walk or 1 mile loop walk will be available for you. This is the first annual, and it's going to be held on October 8th, 8 a.m. Check-in, 9 o'clock the racing starts, and you can check in at Melham Park in Broken Bow. $25 entry fee, includes a T-shirt, and you can go online to register as well. Please send your payment to the Broken Bow Elks Lodge at 620 North 13th Avenue in Broken Bow if you want to prepay and pre-register. If you have any questions about it, you can talk to Kayla via social media at Kayla, K-A-Y-L-A .HABER stick, Haberstick at gmail.com. Kayla.haberstick at gmail.com. And she will answer any questions that you have. They would love to have a big turnout for this 5K run walk or a 1 mile loop walk. It's the first annual, and funds will be used to do good things through the Elks Lodge 1688. It is 8:21. The phone line is blinking. That means Mr. Mark Stock is on the line, and we're going to talk with Mark right after these words.
She's beautiful. I love you.
Look, Daddy, I made you this.
Our little girl is growing up.
Dad, I just want to tell you I love you.
I just want to grow old with you.
They mean the world to you. Protect them for life with life insurance.
Klang Financial can help you create an individualized solution to protect your family with life insurance. Call Klang Financial today for a free consultation at 872-6810.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
8:22, almost 8:23. Mark Stock is on the line with Big Iron Auction Company. Good morning, Mark.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
We're doing really good. Kind of catch us up. You been on the road?
Yes, actually, I'm in Illinois right now.
Oh, wow, you are on the road.
Yeah, I'm in Hamilton, Illinois, right across from Keokuk, Iowa. We're in the corner of Missouri, Iowa, and touching Illinois, all pretty much. There's an intersection here about 2 miles from where I'm at. You can be in almost all three states just by taking a couple steps. One of those. But it's a fun time. You know, we're partnering up with the Sullivan Auctioneer Group here in Hamilton, so we got some meetings over the next couple days. They've got a lot of land selling throughout Illinois and into Iowa and some tracts in Minnesota. They also a part of the Hensland Auction Company that was acquired here a year and a half ago. So we've expanded our footprint in a pretty big way. And if anybody is looking for land in those areas, even in Missouri, we just opened up an office in Sedalia, Missouri. We partnered up with a company that had been selling farms and ranch land in Missouri for over 50 years, and they have retired. They asked us if we would come in and use our bidding platform to help sell property throughout the state of Missouri. And we said, by golly, we'll sit down and talk. We worked on that for quite a while, and we closed on that here about 2-3 weeks ago. So now we have got offices in Illinois, in Iowa, in Missouri, in Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, and where we got a lot of agents selling farms and ranches all throughout those areas. And we've got several land auctions today. Lancaster County, there's 2 different tracts, 2 different sellers. The Laura Grant family is selling 80 acres. That's located right by Malcolm, Nebraska. And Beth Novotny's got 79 acres. That's located a little bit south of Valparaiso or just north of Lake North in Lancaster County. So those auctions will be conducted today online on BigIron.com. They'll start to conclude at 10 o'clock this morning. And we've also got some land selling today in Nemaha County, Nebraska. There's a 40-acre tract and a 200-acre tract. This is 3.5 miles east of Brock, Nebraska. Really good farms, folks, and Shane Zudevern is our real estate agent handling that. And then at 11 o'clock this morning, we also have some land selling in Stafford and Reno County, Kansas. There's 313 acres selling there in 2 different tracts. Then on Thursday of this week, we've got some land selling in Seward County, some CRP and some pasture that will sell on September the 22nd. Those are the final days. Then we've got a lot of land, folks, selling throughout September into October. I think there's 45 different land auctions conducted on the Big Iron site, and I think our friends, our partners at Sullivan Auctioneers got 50 or 60 different properties that are selling over the course of the next month and a half. So if you're looking for real estate, folks, Big Iron and Sullivan Auctioneers is the place to go for that type of stuff. Now, we do have a big machinery sale here on Wednesday, over 3,000 items selling to the highest bidder. And right here close to Broken Bow by Arcadia, Art Anderson Farms. They've got 50 items selling, including a Heston 4790 big square baler with an accumulator. They've got a like-new 2020 year model Haybuster 2660 bale processor. They've got a Knight 3042 real Augie feeder wagon. A machine that was on display at Husker Harvest Days in Grand Island was the Stalleye West Dew Point 6210 steamer. This thing here, you pull it behind your tractor right in front of your baler, and it takes that super dry hay and it puts a nice big old blast of steam on it so you don't lose any of your leaves, and it is being sold to the highest bidder over by Art Anderson Farms. They got a Farmhand XL 1340 loader. They've got all kinds of other stuff, a really nice Titan 24-foot livestock trailer. It's a gooseneck machine, so help support Art Anderson Farms as they've got some feed bunks, they've got some twine wrap, they've got some nurse tanks, they've got a lot of items that are selling on the sale here tomorrow. We've also got several other sellers all throughout the area that are selling quality equipment. And if you're in the market, folks, for combines, for corn heads, for augers, for grain carts, for grain trailers, there's a 2018 Tempty Super Hopper grain trailer selling in Gothenburg, Nebraska. It's up to $36,250. So if you're interested, check that all out. We've got in Cozad, Nebraska, a big retirement sale for Nebraska Ag and Irrigation. The family there has been in the business for a long time, and they are selling all of their assembly equipment. So if they were using the equipment to install a new center pivot, or if they were selling all their service and repair trucks and all that equipment, plus they're selling their entire inventory of gearbox, of pipes, of switches and connectors and contactors, all of the aluminum underground pipe, whatever they had on inventory, folks, is being sold. I believe they have got, let's see if I can get to the right screen, I believe they have got 306 items altogether selling in Cozad, Nebraska for Nebraska Ag and Irrigation on their retirement sale on BigIron.com tomorrow. Now, over by Ainsworth, Nebraska, folks, Matthew Moody is retiring. Now, they run a repair shop as well. They've got 122 items, and if you look down their list of equipment and their tools, it's Snap-on this, Snap-on that, Miller-Matic, Snap-on, 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 Blue Point. I mean, it's just unbelievable quality tools, and all of the inventory of the Kimball Midwest cabinets and all of the stuff that's in those are being sold as well. That sale by Ainsworth, Nebraska on BigIron.com tomorrow for Matthew Moody. Now, we've also got some other retirement sales. Dwayne Stepanek is retiring from St. Paul, Nebraska, and they've got 25 items, a Case IH RBX 562 round baler. They got a Best List rolling stock chopper. They've got a 1989 International 1954 tandem axle grain truck with a steel box and a hoist. They've also got a Heston 1160 Hydro Swing windrower. They've got Buffalo 6600 series cultivators and gravity wagons. They've got a Case IH Magnum 215 tractor. I believe it's got like 2,600 hours on that machine. That equipment selling tomorrow by St. Paul, Nebraska. The Jim Ledger Estate sales in Washington, Iowa. The Marjorie Stevenson Estate sales in Rosedale, Indiana. We've got the Roy Mack Hunt retirement sale in McPherson, Kansas tomorrow. We've got the Savannah Carr Farms retirement sale in Orchard, Nebraska, Case IH equipment. So if you're looking for quality equipment, folks, dial at BigIron.com. And then, of course, you can scroll through a whole host of other sales that are going all the way out into January now on BigIron.com. Now, we do have a special auction on Thursday this week, folks, if you're into classic cars. And what an exciting sale this is going to be with 430-plus items. And it all starts right off the top at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning with a 1968 Chevy Camaro SSL78 located in Sumner, Nebraska. Then there's a Pontiac GTO convertible, a 1967, selling in Arlington, Nebraska. Then there's a Plymouth Roadrunner muscle car, 1968, selling in Kearney, Nebraska. That was on display at Husker Harvest Days, and there were so many people drooling at the mouth when they were looking at that Roadrunner. There's a 1963 Buick Wildcat two-door selling out of Spirit Lake, Iowa. There's a Jeep Wrangler selling out of Central City, Nebraska, and that same seller's got that Pontiac Firebird with T-tops that was also on display at Husker Harvest Days. There's a 1965 Ford Mustang convertible selling in Clarks, Nebraska. There's a really nice lineup of cars, motorcycles, and a lot of parts selling as well on this particular sale. The Pontiac GTO two-door convertible car in Norfolk, Nebraska, 1968 model. That's really nice. And check out all the Chevy C10s and the GMC flatbeds and the Fords and the 1983 Olds Cutlass Supreme Brougham that's selling out in Nelson, Nebraska. Dial up the Big Iron website and scroll through all these cars. There's over 400 of them that are selling to the highest bidder with no reserves, and there's no buyer fee on anything that sells on Big Iron, whether it's land, whether it's livestock, whether it's machinery, whether it's cars. We never add on. We never poke you in the eye for bidding, is the way I like to say it. So you just bid with confidence and don't have to worry about adding extra fees or penalizing you for bidding on equipment that sells on the Big Iron website. So a lot of stuff going on this week, and remember, there's land selling then on Thursday. But dial up the Big Iron website for all the latest information. And for you folks out there that have got land you would like to get sold in this calendar year, closed in this calendar year, or if you just want it sold and closed next year, please get a hold of us as soon as you can. We got some decent weather. We can get the drone footage out there. We can be doing all that pre-work when the weather is conducive to do so. Same thing with your retirement sales. We've got the cleanup crews ready to go, folks. We're full service. We will come in and we'll clean it up. We'll line it up. We'll take all the pictures. We'll do all the videos. We'll do the open house and public inspections for you. We'll conduct the auction. We'll send you your check. It's simple and easy. All you have to do is pick up the phone and call us so we can get you in our calendar event, which is getting extremely full right now with a lot of auctions. I think there's over 40 auctions right now selling retirement sales here just in the month of December alone, and I think there's going to be several more added onto that here just in the next couple weeks. So dial us up here at 1-800-937-3558 or go to bigiron.com for more information.
Mark, we just sit here and smile when we listen to all these things that you have going, the wonderful cars you mentioned, all the properties, and you've expanded all over the Midwest. It's just fun to listen to your reports, and we appreciate it because it just shows that you're growing and going, and some opportunities out there for folks that you guys create with your platform. We appreciate it.
Hey, thank you very much. Your radio station is important. That's why we use it, and we cannot do this without quality people, and we have got a lot of quality people, but we're also always looking for more folks. So if you know somebody that loves to be around machinery, if you know somebody that loves to help clean up equipment, even if it's a part-time gig in specific geographic areas, please call in because when we have a farmer's machinery sale in a certain area, we like to send somebody in with a manager, but then they need a handful of people that like to power wash and organize and sort and do those kinds of things. It's good part-time work. So pick up the phone and call us, too, at 1-800-WE-SELL-8 if you're looking for a job.
All right. Mark, thanks a lot. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you.
All right. Mark Stock, Big Iron Auction Company. We'll be back with our next guest right after these words.
As farmers fill their days with hours in the combine, grain cart, and trucks, Bruning Bank wishes them a safe and successful harvest. Thank you to all the farmers, ranchers, and all who work in agriculture to produce food for our families, communities, and the world. At Bruning Bank, they are proud to have strong roots in agriculture and to have the opportunity to work with producers. Bruning Bank, build, grow, thrive. Member FDIC. There are fewer words sweeter in the state of Nebraska than Go Big Red. And Geared for Sports in Broken Bow is ready to help you cheer for the Huskers. New Husker gear arrivals are hitting their racks in men's and women's sizes. Perfect for showing your team spirit. And remember, when you need to gear up for the sports you are playing, visit Geared for Sports, west side of the square in Broken Bow. Open Monday to Friday 10 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4.
10 years of making a difference.
It's an honor to be able to work with Team Jack to help tell the Maya story, to tell them that we need money for cures. And without them, we wouldn't be able to do that.
For 10 years, Nebraska has stepped up to fight pediatric brain cancer, and the fight continues later this month.
And it's just opening people's eyes to pediatric brain tumor.
The 10th annual Team Jack Radiothon, September 29th, all across Nebraska.
Listen on KCNI 96.3 FM and 1280 AM, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on the 29th.
8:36, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. And we told you earlier we're going to talk about teammates and Runza, and I'll turn it over to Brent to get that going.
Okay. We've got Brian Palmer with us from Runza and Betsy Smith with us representing teammates.
Absolutely.
Nice to have you both here.
Thanks for having us.
Happy to be here.
Thanks for Runza. Thanks for Brian for inviting me.
Well, let's talk about what's happening today. Brian, you want to get us started?
Yeah, it's a Tuesday at Runza, so that means we're there getting food ready to go. What I will tell you is we're building extra today.
Okay.
It is our 13th annual partnership with the Teammates program. And if you bleed Nebraska at all, you know that these are two things that tie together right out of Nebraska with the Teammates program as well as Runza. 13th year that this has been a partnership between the two. What we are doing today is to help support with our customers' help the Teammates program financially. 10% of all of our sales across the board from almost 90 Runzas will be donated to the Teammates program today. And so we're just doing our part in a program we believe in. And trying to help out.
Will there be if someone wants to make a larger donation than just purchasing something at Runza, can they do that at the store today? Is there like a tip jar or something? Or
there is a tip jar.
Okay.
I had a conversation. I don't know if you guys know Kevin and Joyce Richardson or not.
I do know. We do know both of them very well.
Yeah, they don't sleep, and so some point later last night, I got a phone call from Joyce. Or visited with Joyce, and they were putting the tip buckets together.
There you go.
So, we'll have some help there today.
Yes. Yep.
There'll be volunteer help, and we might try to keep some of them. So don't tell them that yet.
Hire them on.
Yeah. They walked in to volunteer and they never left. And so we'll have some tip buckets out and get those where they belong as well. So.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Betsy, I know that Teammates is very important to you because you are a mentor.
Yes,
correct?
Absolutely.
How long have you been doing that? How long have you been associated with Teammates?
Well, I've known about Teammates for years and years, and I never had a job that really was conducive to becoming a teammate because I always thought it was such an amazing program. It's school-based, and so it's safe for the kids, and it just provides a really great basis for an amazing relationship, a mentor and mentee relationship. So when I started work at Nebraska State Bank, I really felt like it was the time to do it. So I've been a Teammates mentor now for 5 years. I've been a board member for the Broken Bow chapter for 4 years. But it's been one of the most enriching things in my life. If you've ever helped mentor a kid, or anyone for that matter, you know that, you always get more out of that kind of a relationship than what you put in. And I just really recommend, if you have any kind of an inclination, if you ever want to help a kid, consider becoming a teammate. It's an amazing program. It's school-based. It's safe for the kids, safe for the mentor. It provides a really great environment for you to meet with your kid. It's in Nebraska, just like what Brian said. It's becoming a Nebraska institution. Tom and Nancy Osborne started it back in 2001 with a bunch of Husker football players. Mm-hmm. So, what's more Nebraskan than, that kind of thing, so.
You mentioned that it's school-based. When the mentor meets with the mentee, it's on school grounds, right? And usually over lunchtime? Is that kind of how it works?
Yes, generally speaking, most of our mentors and mentees meet over the mentees' lunchtime, and it is there on the school grounds. It just provides a nice, safe environment for everything to take place. Lunch is kind of a great time for us to meet and connect. Sometimes it'll be just a one-on-one, like me and my mentee, or sometimes we just get together with our friends and I get to know them a little bit. I get to know her a little bit better through her friends. This is actually my second mentee that I've mentored, and I've enjoyed both kids so immensely. They're amazing, and being on the board, I've also got to meet some of the other kids that are involved in teammates, and they're pretty amazing too.
If someone is interested in becoming a mentor, what's the first step that they take?
Great question, Brent. So you can go to teammates.org, and that has everything there that you would ever want to possibly know about becoming a mentor. You can click a button. It's right there on the home page. Become a mentor. You get started. All the mentors go through a fairly rigorous background check, I would call it, just to make sure that they are safe and they are good for kids. There's a criminal background check that happens, and they also have you provide three references, and they do call those references. I mean, I will tell you that all of my references got called, and then I've been a reference for several people that have applied to be mentors, and it is a rigorous process. So, if you have a child that's considering being in the Teammates program, please feel rest assured that your kid's going to be in good hands, because all of our mentors are really vetted, and they're great people. So
yeah. I know that Broken Bow, of course, has a Teammates program, and Myrna, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
and
they
then,
do.
Okay, and then the proceeds today, are they split between the two? Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
And you'll see mentors from both of the programs working at Runza today. So.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's a great combination. I mean, as you guys mentioned, Runza is Nebraska.
Absolutely.
And Teammates is Nebraska. So to put them together, this is a great venture. So I have a feeling you're going to have a big crowd today.
We have historically, it's been in our community here, Custer County, people give and very generous. So a few more people might eat out today than they normally would. I don't know. But yeah, we were typically very busy, especially over the dinner hour. And yeah, we're ramping up for a busy day for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think it's great that members of Teammates are going to come in and help you out for the day too.
Me too.
So, now, will they be running the drive-through? Will they be asking you, do you want fries or frings?
We want them to come back, and that is not something is not something you throw a rookie into at all.
That is a good point.
I would think, I've always thought that one of the most stressful things in America would have to be running the drive-through.
Oh, I agree.
I mean, there have to be moments.
I never appreciated that job near as much as I should have before I started working.
I believe
at
it.
Runza.
Yeah.
It is fast paced, and you've got to be a pleasant auctioneer at times, and it moves pretty good. So yeah.
Ryan, would it help? Would it help today? Because you're going to be kind of crunched, probably from 11:30 to 1:30 or something like that. If some of us out there eat a little bit later than that, maybe come through earlier or later, or does it really matter to you?
We want you guys to come when it's convenient for you. I've apologized before. Sometimes we're a little busier than others, and we do everything. There's nobody sitting in the back having a coffee break in the middle of the dinner rush. I can tell you that. We're going to do everything we can. We want you to come when you want to eat, when you're hungry, and come early and late. I don't care.
And this is throughout the day, right?
Yep.
So if you want to wait till evening meal, is that still?
Yep. Our proceeds, the 10% that we're donating today will start at 10:30 and go till the lobby closes tonight at 9 and the drive-through at 9:30. So the one thing that, again, going back to the leadership of the Runza Broken Bow Runza, we don't like to do the bare minimum over there. So, excuse me, the one thing that we're going to include that is not at the other Runza locations. So when I say this, it is only good at Broken Bow if you're traveling out of town today. We're also going to kick 10% of any gift card sales that way as well, which is not a typical part of this program. Okay. But Kevin and Joyce feel it's important that if people want to buy some gift cards, that 10% goes as well. So, yeah, it's all day long, and pretty much anything you spend, and if you got extra, throw it in the tip jar for these fine folks.
Yes, and we really, really, truly appreciate Runza and Kevin and Joyce Richardson. Kevin and Joyce are just, if you've never met them before, they are just amazing people, aren't they, Ryan?
Oh, for sure. Yep.
They are amazing. They're such hard workers, and they really, truly have servant hearts. I mean, they love to give back, and I know I can speak on behalf of the Broken Bow and the Anselmo Myrna teammates chapters that we just really appreciate them, and we just really thank them for the opportunity to do this every year. I mean, they didn't have to, but they do. And just like the gift cards, they didn't have to do that, but they are. And because they are, I mean, different ideas for gift cards, you can give them from birthdays. You can stock up for even Christmas or even graduation next year. I mean, I think Runza gift cards are a really cool gift. I'd get that. I'd love to get that if I was a graduate.
No kidding. So I don't know if either one of you would know the answer to this, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Some of the proceeds are used for what then? For teammates.
I can tell you about what Broken Bow would use them for. We use them for fun activities that are with the kids and the mentors. So things that we've done in the past, we've went to the spring game. We've used that, because transportation is expensive, food for the kids is expensive. When the kids go to these different activities, they don't pay anything. And so, that's important. So these proceeds really go towards that. We do bowling each year. It kind of sounds silly, but we have the best time. We are planning on hopefully going to a UNK game, UNK football game. So that's going to be a blast. We have pizza parties. We just like to do fun stuff like that. And those are over and on top of the weekly meetings that the mentors and mentees do, which these are just only going to enhance those relationships and help build those up. That's what at least Broken Bow chapter uses it for, and I'm guessing Anselmo Myrna does too. I know that they have some movie nights and that kind of thing. So,
I'm friends with from Columbus with a gal that's part of the administrative team of the teammates, and to further the answer on that, the money goes to the kids.
Yeah.
Whether that be running the extensive background checks, whether that be, there's not a big administrative portion of this because it's run by a lot of great people with a lot of volunteer and donated hours.
Yes.
But there is some administrative costs to make a program this well organized. But at the end of the day, it all benefits the kids from the way that it's been explained to me. So, short answer, the kids get the benefit.
Yeah. And I think that's important to emphasize for this day. So,
yeah,
absolutely.
All right. Anything else you guys want to add before we let you go?
I don't always just like to talk business. There was a boat parked in front of Kevin and Joyce's house last night, and
a boat.
Oh. It wasn't a new boat. It was a boat that had some miles on it at some point or another. I'd sure like to have Kevin and Joyce come on and talk about that boat, because I got a little bit of the backstory on it. It's their story to tell, not mine, but feel free to ask them about the boat.
Let's ask them.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So when you see Kevin and Joyce next time, ask them about
the red boat.
The boat.
Yeah.
The red boat.
The red boat.
Okay.
Red boat. Could be called the love boat.
Oh,
well,
that's intriguing.
Well,
yeah.
Now you got our curiosity up.
And it's a family-friendly. Everybody's looking at me with bad eyes.
Oh,
here.
no.
This is a family environment.
The Love Boat?
No. So, yeah, make sure and ask Kevin and Joyce about the boat.
We will. All right. And be sure and enjoy some runs this sometime today. 10% of the proceeds go to Anselmo Myrna, Broken Bow teammates. And those gift cards are an added bonus. So let's all take part. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Betsy Smith and Brian Palmer here with us today. We'll take a time out. We'll be back with more right after these words.
Great prices are waiting for you in the aisles at Gary's Superfoods. Smithfield all-natural boneless pork loins are $1.89 a pound. And get 85% lean ground beef in a 10-pound tube for only $3.99 a pound. New crop Honeycrisp apples are $1.99 a pound. Or pick up fresh bananas for only 49 cents a pound. Start your morning with Kellogg's brand large-size boxes of cereal at 2 for $7. Campbell's soups are 2 for $3. Gary's Superfoods, South B Street in Broken Bow.
It's a favorite of many, and it's back at Bo Bootery. Of course, I'm talking about trade-in days. Just bring in your old shoes, purses, hats, and boots and trade them in on something new. This special is for everyone, the whole family. So dive into those piles of shoes in the closet or by the back door and get some new shoes on your feet. Trade-in days going on right now at Bo Bootery on the square in Broken Bow.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
The music to get your day started right.
I listen every morning.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Some of the stillness I have found is bound to last.
Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Hurricane Fiona is now lashing the Caribbean as a Category 3 storm. Ruth Santiago lives in Puerto Rico and says Fiona's been brutal.
There's been an immense amount of rain. Many communities have been flooded, especially here in southeastern Puerto Rico. Generally, all the kinds of damage associated with flooding.
Millions still don't have power. President Biden will be in New York tomorrow for a UN meeting where leaders are gathering for the first time in 3 years. CBS's Bradley Blackburn.
Leaders are coming to the UN to face a host of challenges, from the pandemic's global effects to the ongoing war in Ukraine to climate change.
The CDC says maternity mortality can be avoided. CBS's Vicki Barker.
A study of more than 1,000 pregnancy-related deaths between 2017 and 2019 has found 84% of them could have been prevented.
Well, most with so-called reasonable changes. CBS News Brief, I'm Monica Ricks.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
We had 2 Monday Night Football games to wrap up Week 2 of the NFL schedule. Unfortunately, both games were fairly uncompetitive. The Bills beat the Titans 41-7. Quarterback Josh Allen had 317 yards passing, 4 touchdowns, 3 to wide receiver Stephon Diggs as Buffalo moves to 2-0 in the season. Titans dropped to 0-2 with the loss. They had 4 turnovers, and star running back Derrick Henry had just 25 yards on 13 carries. Eagles beat the Vikings 24-7. Philadelphia's 2-0 in the season. Quarterback Jalen Hurts had 333 yards passing and 3 touchdowns, 2 rushing and 1 passing. Minnesota quarterback Kirk Cousins was intercepted 3 times, and star running back Dalvin Cook had just 17 yards on 6 carries. Minnesota's 1-1 on the season. In baseball, the Mets clinch a playoff spot, beating the Brewers 7-2. Max Scherzer had 6 perfect innings to get his 200th win of his career. The Braves beat the Nationals 5-2 to remain a game back of New York in the NL East. Astros clinched the AFC West title with a 4-0 shutout of the Rays.
Here's your weatherology forecast. High temperatures on the hot side for today, pushing up into the mid-90s. We'll see lots of sunshine. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 56. Much cooler on Wednesday, chance for showers and storms, low 60s for high temperatures, and even struggling to get out of the upper 50s for highs on your Thursday with a chance for rain. Friday, clearing out 76. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation is your place for all things pivots and electrical. Call today to schedule your fall pivot maintenance, to quote a brand new Zematic pivot with 0% financing, and ask how they can save you $500 on a new sprinkler package. With harvest coming, make sure your grain bins are in top working order by having them checked over or even rewired. They also carry the widest range of fuses and capacitors in town. Call today at 872-7786. Check them out on Facebook or at custerei.com. That's Custer Electric and Irrigation at 872-7786 on Facebook or at custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:04, 66 degrees outside under a sunny sky here at Broken Bow, Nebraska. Got time for a little coffee talk.
Oh, we do?
Let's talk around a cup of coffee.
Okay, let me get mine. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what you're leading toward here. You want me to find a sheet, don't you?
Well, I stopped into Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts last Friday when I was over in Arnold, and I had a mocha. And she said, "What size do you want?" And I said, "Small's fine." Very nice young lady there. And she said, maybe you should go for a bigger one. I said, "No, that's all right. I'm going to drink it when I drive back to the station." And it was not very far out of Arnold. I wished I would have gotten a larger one.
Oh, yeah.
It was so good.
It is good.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than coffee with a friend, and there's no better place to have that cup of coffee than Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts. You'll find them in Arnold, Nebraska, open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 until 3. You can check out their beautiful decor to help brighten your space and more. They have some beautiful things in their gift department right now, deep fall-colored trees, garland, flowers, and plants, artificial pumpkins of different kinds and sizes, fall tins for decorating, all kinds of things. They also have a new array of purses and wallets to check out as well. Take a look at pictures on their Facebook page to see what they have, or just stop in. Like we said, coffee with a friend, always a good idea. Stop in and enjoy a coffee, a latte, a smoothie, cappuccino. Try their delicious baked goods as well. And you can shop their gift department for all ages. It's Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5. Open on Saturday from 9 until 3.
Here's music from Bonnie Raitt, one called Made Up Mind. That's one of her latest, Bonnie Raitt's Made Up Mind, on KBBN 95.3 FM and KCNI 1280 AM, 96.3 FM. You can also listen to either station online, as we talked about earlier. Well, it is time to talk with the folks, or in this case, folk, from Off-Broadway Assisted Living. Jessica, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Not too darn bad.
Good.
Your partner is absent today, not able to come with you. That's all right. That way we can talk about her.
That's right. She's busy in the office, so I'm sure she's listening.
Oh, good. That is so tempting. No, I know she's busy, and we talked about it before. Jessica, there's a lot of paperwork in what you folks deal with.
We do.
To keep everything straight with all the different agencies and governments and so forth. So Jody has a big job in that office, I'm sure.
She does.
So let's start, if you don't mind, with the help situation. I know that it's getting better out there, but we still have most everybody looking for somebody to help them. How you guys fixed?
We are doing good. I think as of this moment, medication aides, we're always looking for them, night and day shift, as well as in our housekeeping department. So, and we could always use another housekeeper and then kitchen assistants. So, just someone to help out and assist the cook. So we're actually getting filled up with employees, which is amazing. And we're getting some good workers. So
that really, really helps. And that's a challenge for everybody. So good work there. And
if they just give us a call at 872-2522 and talk to Jody, or stop in and get an application, and then we can see if they fit in which department the best for us. So,
and a lot of that part-time / full-time?
Yep, part-time, full-time, and if you're part-time, you earn PTO, which is not very often do you get that as a part-time employee. So great benefit package, plus sign-on bonus, as well as if you refer somebody, you get a bonus as well. So.
And the starting salary was upped here recently.
$17 an hour to start at Off-Broadway. That's just the starting wage. So if you've got med aids, a little bit more than that, depending on your experience. And so, and your benefits, you're doing pretty well there.
Opportunity, you bet.
And the residents and the other staff is just, it's a great work environment. Work environment.
Yeah, it's just a happy, friendly place. And when you were kind enough to invite us to come down and sit in the gazebo with some of the folks who live at Off-Broadway, we got nothing but I like it here. I like my new friends. Some of them been there quite a long time, and like the meals. I like the atmosphere, like the idea that I can come and go if I want to.
Yep. Between the residents and the employees, you can't get better than that. So a nice facility to work in, and it's just an overall good experience. So
plus they have an elevator, Brent.
And they do. And we utilize it a lot.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yep. So
stuff up and down. They have a hot tub too.
Yeah, whirlpool.
I was going to say
whirlpool.
So walk-in hot tub.
Whirlpool. Yeah, whirlpool. Okay. So.
All right. Well, it looks like it would really make you feel good.
4-1.
4-1.
Yes.
But you can actually
emphasize on the one.
Solo.
Solo. Whirlpool.
There you go.
Okay.
So.
Not a hot tub, but it looks like it'd make you feel great.
Yes. The residents absolutely love it. I think that the employees should have that an opportunity, but as of right now, we're working on it. So
that's not a benefit yet,
no.
Is it? Not part of the benefits package yet.
Oh, Jody.
We wish the residents sure enjoy it, and it gives them, they deserve it. So it's worth it. So, but. As for the residents side, we do have a few apartments available. I think we've got a 2-bedroom apartment available, a couple 1-bedrooms, and a couple studio apartments. It's just a process that takes place. They just need to give us a call or to set up a tour, and we can show them around and see what best fits for themselves or one of their loved ones or a friend that may need to utilize our facility. We offer 3 meals a day, the weekly housekeeping and laundry. We do transportation, in-home beautician, library access 24/7. We got lawn and snow removal, which right now is the time to think about it because the snow's going to come no matter what. And then we have our own gazebos for the residents and their guests to use, as well as we do shopping. Today's shopping day, so we'll go and get groceries for them and bring them back and put them away for them. So
nice. If you're wondering too, well, if I did move into Off-Broadway and I brought my car, would it be protected? And you have a nice parking area out there with covered parking spots, which I think is a pretty big deal.
Yes, they get to park underneath the little awning to protect their vehicle, as well as they can come and go as they please. If they want to go get their own groceries, they can. And if they want to go visit or go, like we have a lady that goes and plays cards at different facilities or whatever, and like runs it with her friends, they can go and do that kind of stuff. They're not, they have to be there. They can go and come as they please.
That's the whole idea, assisted living, but you still live like you want to.
Yeah, very independent, or we can assist you with what you need.
Okay.
So,
all right. And run by those apartments again.
we have a 2-bedroom and a couple 1-bedrooms and a couple studios. So we're getting down, but yeah, we need to start the process, especially if you're thinking about winter, because moving in the winter is no fun. So
and it takes a little while to make this all happen. So.
Yep. So you got paperwork that needs to be done, that needs to be complete, as well as doctor's calls and pharmacy calls, and get all those arrangements done ahead of time, because then it just makes it easy, and it's a little less stressful if it's not under pressure.
Okay.
So.
All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
And you won't be lonely.
You will not be lonely, and they'll have, and you take visitors in. People can come in and visit.
Yep.
And enjoy company, watch the birds.
Yep.
Sit in the gazebo or
We
sit
just
in
had
the kitchen.
babies again, so the babies are a big thing.
They're very prolific, aren't they?
Yes.
Birds they're lovebirds.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like.
They're a popular item, that's for
I
sure.
bet they
The
are.
residents just absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I bet they are. While I have you here, and while we have you here without Jody, just everything all right between Jody and I?
I think so. Do
you think we're really tight, or is she just saying that?
I think you're tight, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
How does she feel about Brent?
Well, that's another conversation. We'll talk about that later.
Ouch.
Just to make you feel better, Dave.
Oh, thank you. I need all the help I can get. Thanks, Jessica.
Thank you.
Off-Broadway Assisted Living, right on First Avenue on Highway 2 there. And
give us a call at 872-2522.
Check out the Facebook, right?
Facebook and offbroadwayapartments.com.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Music from Mindy Aber and Greg Allman. A pretty one from Mindy Bear and Greg Allman, Just Say When. 921, working on 922. We're going to be talking a little bit here about several different things, but a lot of it will be about junk jaunt coming up this weekend. Now, fair warning, seems like they get a little earlier every year. The folks who set up shop and the folks who come to shop kind of move things up just gradually over the last several years. So be ready for the traffic and so forth to increase midweek, maybe late tomorrow going into Thursday. The Quilting Shack in Broken Bow is another one of our Junk Jaunt remote sponsors that we told you about. They'll be offering a coupon worth 25% off your purchase through October 31st. So this is an extended offer. On the flyer given out during their Junk Jaunt remote on Friday, they'll also have lots of discounted merchandise that weekend at the store. So we'll be out broadcasting on Friday, handing out flyers on behalf of the businesses that we've mentioned here this morning. And there's going to be some special savings on those. And then they'll also have the coupon worth 25% off your purchase through October 31st. So several different ways to save at the Quilting Shack. And every Friday, the Quilt Shack is having Fat Quarter Friday. Buy 4 fat quarters and get 1 free. They're a vendor at the Threads Across Nebraska, October 7th and 8th at the Buffalo County Fairgrounds in Kearney. Stop by and see them there. During that time, the store will be closed those 2 days, October 7th and 8th, during the Threads Across Nebraska in Kearney. The Quilting Shack, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Staying on the Junk Jaunt theme, Lily Kate Boutique, you'll receive a 20% off coupon if you catch them at the fairgrounds on Friday. Right now, you can catch some hot summer savings in the basement of Lily Kate, located on the north side of the square in Broken Bow, where they are taking 50% off summer fashions. Upstairs, they're making room for their new fall arrivals, so stop in soon for the best selection of summer bargains and new fall arrivals, and check them out during Junk Jaunt weekend, Lily Kate Boutique.
This Friday night, well, they'll be full at Sylvester's because it is Junk Jaunt, and folks will be kind of needing to unwind a little bit. So we would suggest you get to Sylvester's early this Friday night out on Highway 2 at the little place that rocks, the quiet little place that rocks. And they're going to be rocking this weekend, Brent, because you know who's coming to town. One of the all-time favorites, Chris Lager, and his band are coming to Sly's on Friday and bringing his charismatic performance and style that you've been dancing and singing and clapping along to for a number of years now. They also, it seems like when Chris comes to town, they often have the Dunbart competition.
Dunbart?
Dunbart. Did I call it Dunbart?
Yes, you did.
That's fine by me. Bundart. Okay. $100 top prize for Dundart.
Yeah, there you go. Bundarts, Dunbarts. Who knows what they're going to do?
Yeah. It's hard to tell.
I've never seen Bundarts. I don't know if I want to. I've heard about Bundarts, but it's only at Sly's, right? I mean, is this like a Sylvester's thing?
No.
I mean, no.
It's been around a long time.
Okay.
Yeah, but it kind of becomes a tradition when Chris Lager comes to town. They do the Bundarts.
Okay.
And they usually have a $100 prize, and a lot of times Chris will even play instrumental music as they do it.
Oh,
so it's
cool.
A lot of fun. And they have that top prize of $100. Chris Lager at the quiet little place that rocks, East Highway 2, Broken Bow. That's this Friday. Get there early.
Hey, there's exciting things happening at Grocery Cart in Broken Bow, and it all centers around the deli. Exciting deli announcement. The deli will be open now Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll be closed on the weekends, but the grab-and-go deli will keep going over the weekend, available all the time, but more robust on the weekends. So they'll stock that especially for the weekends. Take advantage of that. But the deli itself will be open Monday through Friday now, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., closed on the weekends. Also, Shauna is at the Grocery Cart, and Shauna will cook up some delicious lunch specials, always does. So Shauna is now at the GK Deli, plus Chester's Chicken still there at the Grocery Cart for your lunch specials and needs. Chicken and hot sides are served all the way until 6 p.m. Monday through Friday. Also, they expect the lineup of fresh homemade salads to start expanding, and they have returned to slice-to-order meat and cheese. Go in for lunch for homemade-style meals. They still feature Chester's chicken as well, and family fresh sushi is made 7 days a week to provide fresh sushi for the area. It's all happening at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Honey, I can't believe you gave me toe fungus.
I was so embarrassed. I gave my wife toe fungus for the 3rd time. Even after all the treatments I tried, all the money I spent, now my family was also dealing with this nasty problem. My doctor then told me that toe fungus is not just a cosmetic problem and that it can spread and get worse. He introduced me to a new and different routine that flushes out even the most difficult cases of fungus. It's called Crystal Flush. After just 3 minutes each day, my toes were looking better and better until the fungus was completely gone. Just imagine finally winning the battle against yellow, crumbly toes and being able to go to the pool or beach in total confidence. Call now, and for a limited time, you can try Crystal Flush risk-free for 30 days. Call 800-764-9219. That's 800-764-9219. Try it now risk-free. Call now, 800-764-9219. Or visit crystalflush.com.
Well, I just think if they would just, leave their shoes on, if they're sitting around the dinner table, don't be touching feet underneath the table. Ollie's Boutique and Coffee Shop in Sargent are ready to have fun. Join them for fun evenings at Ollie's this Friday, September 23rd at 6:30 p.m. Relevant is an amazing band from the Kearney area and will be inside the coffee shop. They'll be debuting their new fall flights. You'll get 4 8-ounce size samples of new fall drinks for only $10. These are being released and only available starting that evening. The coffee shop will open for you to shop. Kids can play in the toy room, enjoy music, sip some new drink flavors, and enjoy life at Ollie's Boutique and Coffee in Sargent. Friday and Saturday for Junk Jaunt, you'll find specials throughout the store as well as breakfast and lunch specials. Also, coming up on October 16th at 7 p.m., Ladies Spa Night Party. Join them for this amazing event. The cost is $65. Call them and talk to them about it. It's kind of a mystery, but it's amazing. The cost includes, I guess I'm going to maybe give some of the information away here. It's a skin treatment of your choice. Food items. Hand-poured candle and light snacks and beverages. Coffee house and complimentary adult beverages. You do need to RSVP. They are limiting the number of guests to only 40 on October 16th at 7 p.m. The Ladies Spa Night Party. The information is on the Facebook page of Ollie's Coffee Shop and Boutique.
All right.
Sounds like a good time.
It does. Okay, everything I have left are job opportunities. So here they come at you. The Nebraska Department of Transportation is currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Oconto. For a full job description or to apply, just go to their website, which is statejobs.nebraska.gov. Again, you have to apply online, so go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer. Also, Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. Great benefits, good starting wage, looking for someone with a high school diploma or equivalent, previous experience working with infants up to 3 years old and their families, would be purchasing food and preparing meals, complying with USDA requirements, and be responsible for cleaning classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. If you would like more information, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0. Or you can apply online at their website, which is centralnebraskacap.com. Consolidated Companies has openings for full-time outside plant technicians within their organization in the Myrna area. They are seeking motivated individuals that enjoy working outside. Be safe, quality, and performance-minded, and must have a valid Nebraska driver's license. Consolidated is a family-owned telecommunications company that's been serving its customers in central and western Nebraska for over 65 years. Competitive wages and benefits package for full-time employees. Send your resume to this email, Ryan, that's RYAN, .pate, that's PATE, at nebnet.com. Or you can call Ryan if you have questions, 308-362-7088. That's Consolidated. Oh, I guess I had one thing that was not a job opportunity, so I'll close with this. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Broken Bow and Callaway, local locations. They are ready to go to work for you. Of course, you have that open enrollment thing coming up in October. So to get ready for that, make sure you talk to Liana. She can help answer all of your questions, and she always gives a real good reminder when we get to this time of year. Never make a change based on a phone call or a TV ad. More information about changes for 2023 coming in, so talk to Liana to get ready for that. Also visit with Chip when it comes to things like crop insurance. And don't forget, Tina Hurt now has joined the team. She's here at the Broken Bow office, licensed in property and casualty, and would love to quote your home, auto, farm, and commercial policies. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, they have offices locally in Broken Bow and in Callaway.
Thank you, Brent. Before we close the show today, still thinking about a family with their shoes off, all pitter-pattering their feet underneath a dinner table so that they get toe fungus. It's just disgusting. So we're going to take a time out. When we come back, we'll talk about something else.
This Crop Intelligence Update is brought to you by Tyrannus, dedicated to helping trusted advisors demonstrate more value for their growers, helping growers get more out of their acres, and helping us all generate more opportunity for our farming communities.
Drone imagery from Tyrannus is helping agronomists and producers enhance their crop management strategies. Jeff Wessels with Frenchman Valley Co-op says the Smart Scout program is a perfect tool to incorporate into a scouting program.
They've stepped it up. The AI flights cover every acre, so every acre there's a picture taken.
He says that information can be delivered instantly to producers and agronomists to allow them to make timely decisions.
Everybody's perception is if a human goes out there, they see everything in the field. You don't see something 20 rows away, let alone everything in the field. This thing will see everything in the field. So the nice thing what it is a fabulous tool.
Wessel says that allows producers to have a more profitable crop.
9:34. We're going to close, and this is not the most positive thing to close with. We're going to try to turn it into a positive.
Okay. You sure you want to end the show this way?
I think we have to talk about, here comes Christy. Let's see what she has on her mind.
What did I read wrong?
No, I have an announcement I almost forgot to tell you.
All right.
Well, have a
man, it must be quite the announcement. My goodness.
I almost forgot.
What's wrong?
Don't go ahead. No.
I had an announcement from Brent Custer with Shelter. You know, he was in earlier and had planned to have his customer appreciation supper.
Yeah.
Said, though, if it rained, they'd welcome the rain because they have a new location picked out. So they are planning to change the location.
Okay.
So tomorrow from 5:30 to 8 at his house, which is 1012 Husker Lane out by the golf course, due to potential rain and temperatures, will be his customer appreciation supper.
What, his house?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's got a big garage on it.
Yeah.
So you'll just go there then?
Yes.
Okay, because the forecast is 60 degrees and wet.
So, yeah, I was supposed to announce that and I almost forgot.
I'm glad you didn't.
I know.
But it's tomorrow.
Correct. Tomorrow night, 5:30 to 8. Instead of being there at Shelter, they're going to have that at Brent's house, 1012 Husker Lane.
Okay. All right. That would be just east of the golf course there.
Yeah.
Southeast. Okay. There's one lane that goes right to it, isn't there?
I believe so.
Yeah.
When I heard his address, I asked Katie, I'm like, did Brent get to name the lane? She laughed. She said, no, actually, he wanted something to do with golfing. I can't remember what it was, but it was funny. Brent didn't actually name it Husker Lane.
Okay. All right. And that starts at what time?
At 5:30.
5:30.
Yes.
All right.
For his customer appreciation.
Okay. Thank you, Christy.
Yes.
Glad you remembered.
I know. Well, I was running because, I'm on delay. So when you said something about closing the show, I'm like, no, wait.
Well,
I didn't know how much time I had.
You're listening on the computer, which that gives you a little leeway to get here.
Yeah.
Okay. So. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He wanted to name it Shelter Avenue. That's why I was trying to figure out what.
Shelter Avenue?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a bad idea from a marketing point of view. We'll be right back.
Hey, Nebraska. This is Justin Kaler, your local channel seedsman from Osmond. Since we're getting closer to harvest, let's talk about what kind of performance we've been seeing in the field. Now, obviously, a region's conditions are a huge factor on performance, so it's worth mentioning that this season has been extremely dry and difficult from start to finish. With all of the ups and downs of this season, channel products have met these challenges head on. One trend we're seeing is excellent disease tolerance from our soybeans. From cold, heavy trash to drought-stressed environments, performance looks outstanding. The next thing I want to highlight is our corn portfolio. Our corn products are placed to perform and have shown excellent yield potential. From the toughest acre to the highest yielding environments, Channel's corn products are designed to meet your needs. Define your future and get local results delivered straight to you via text or email by signing up at channel.com/yield.
All right. First of all, I'm looking through the window here, and I see Grant Winter. He looks a little sleepy this morning to me. I think he's probably having a hard time sleeping off that big steak last night. And I know my wife's been getting not very much sleep because there is by the way, not likely that you'll hear radio guys promote TV too often much. We probably talk about sports a lot, but there's a very good, it's a long, I think it's 2 hours long on PBS about the Holocaust and how the United States was not so good in the early going of supporting the Jewish population who was trying to get out of Germany, but it also shows the entire factual history. It's very, very good. I think Joan's been staying up late watching that. And I tried to stay up late last night, and I woke up, and there was 20 minutes left. And so I hope it's available sometime where you can play it at 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
It's very, very good. But maybe, well, I don't think Grant watches TV. You don't watch TV, do you? That's amazing. I mean, he reads books.
Yeah. Good for him.
That's why he's so darn smart.
Yes.
That's why he writes like Shakespeare.
Yeah.
Yeah. And doesn't say Dunbarts. He would say Bundarts.
Probably.
All right. This is what we're going to close on, but we're going to try to turn it into a positive. It's adults acting not so good. Again.
Okay.
All right. Police are investigating a fan who smacked the Cardinals quarterback in Las Vegas after the game on Sunday in their come-from-behind overtime win against the Raiders. Some fan in the end zone slapped Kyler Murray right in the kisser. So now there's an investigation going there because I suppose he was upset because the Raiders blew a 23-7 lead in the fourth quarter. So he slapped the quarterback. That didn't solve anything, but that's what he did. All right. A Brooklyn pastor is caught assaulting a woman on camera during Sunday service. Bishop Lamar Whitehead was preaching at the Leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries in Brooklyn when a woman walked up to him and interrupted his sermon. So he grabbed her and threw her off the pulpit.
Eek.
The pastor believes that the altercation was a result of a lawsuit against him where YouTubers are accusing him of stealing money from his congregation. This is the same pastor who was robbed during church at gunpoint back in July. He's not having a good run.
Yikes. I don't know if I'd want to go to those Sunday services or not.
Kind of wild.
Eek.
He was handcuffed back in July and brought in by police for questioning, and then it was later released that the church was being robbed. So then the other day, a lady comes up, interrupts his service, and he got physical with her, threw her off the pulpit. Now,
wow.
Okay.
What, there's more?
There's more. The worst state in the country for road rage is?
California.
Good guess. Utah.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yes, really. 5,000 drivers across the country were surveyed by Forbes, and drivers in Utah were found to be the most in confrontations. So apparently the people of the Beehive State are not quite as sweet as honey. At least 1 in 5 drivers in Utah has seen someone cause an accident due to road rage. 1 in 5.
Wow.
And 23% of drivers know of someone in their state that's been injured due to road rage.
Huh.
Now, they're not alone. The top 5 for road rage, as we said, Utah. Then comes Missouri.
Really? Missouri?
Colorado.
Huh. Okay.
Oklahoma and New Mexico are in the
California's not even in the top 5?
No, not for road rage.
Huh.
Well, think about it. They're on freeways most of their lives. I mean, they have to get used to it.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it takes them 3 hours to get to work.
Yeah.
So how can we turn that into a positive? We don't have to act like that.
No. We can be above that.
Way above that.
Yes.
The bar's not very high there, folks. We don't need that sort of thing around here.
Be above.
If your sports team loses, be a good sport. If you feel that you want to interrupt the pastor during church, you might wait until after the service, especially if he's just got robbed. and been accused of stealing money from the church. And then if you're out on the roadway and somebody makes you mad, don't try to run them off the road or do something silly like pull out your firearm. Let's just get along.
There you go.
We can do it here in central Nebraska. We can do it. Now, to end the show, I'd like to, because I think my mom might be up now.
Okay, good.
She doesn't get up at 7:30 anymore. So, Mom, happy birthday, 93rd birthday to you.
Wonderful. Now, do you have some special things planned, or are you going to go over and
I'm going to go
do
over
something
and see
special?
her today.
Or?
I might try to take her something to eat. And then I believe tomorrow, my mom and my wife and my sister are going to go to what they call a salad party of some kind.
Oh.
They go eat.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah, they get together and celebrate birthdays and eat salads.
Oh. Well, good.
I think that's what's on the plan for, the day after Mom's birthday, which is today.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute. That's not tomorrow. That's the next day.
Okay, but your mom's birthday is today.
Yes.
We do have that right.
Is. Yeah, the 20th.
Oh, all right, just double checking.
Of September.
All right. Happy birthday, Mom.
Born down in, I believe, in the Beaver City area, if I remember right. Spent a little time in Beaver City. I think she was very young when they moved here.
Yeah.
She could tell you about it if you see her. You'll probably see her out and about. She gets out about more than I do.
Huh?
But if you get a chance, ladies and gentlemen, I would highly suggest to you, on the positive side, get together and play some Dunbarts with your friends. Have a good one, Brent.
Bye.